Councilwoman LeVette Fuller here for another quick segment. Meeting was yesterday, and you had put something on social media on Facebook. Basically, when was the last time we had a city council meeting that it wasn't this overly contentious and or controversial thing?
Yeah.
The big deal yesterday, I guess, was the John Nicholson. Did that actually come up? I didn't pay attention.
Which one?
The one about security cameras.
Yeah, it did. We talked about it Monday, but we didn't talk about it so much yesterday.
Yeah, let me see if I understand it. Councilman John Nicholson is putting forth legislation that would mandate security cams
anywhere that sells alcohol.
So it would be like liquor stores
and
bars, restaurants, and what else? I'm sorry.
Like in restaurants,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're selling alcohol, you have to have the cameras at the exits and entrances or whatever, and then at the pay points. So at like a bar.
Has he got a shot? I mean, does he have any?
I don't think that most people don't think it's that controversial. There was some restaurateurs that were concerned about it. And a couple of bar owners that did reach out about it.
Did they mention cost?
They were looking at the cost because part of it was that he wants 30 days of storage, 30 days of video backup, so that they could go in and see anything for any particular crime that might happen. And that means that they have to buy more storage. Mr. Nicholson doesn't really look at the price tags, and he thinks that a couple of $1,000s is negligible. Some people are going to have more technology installed, and if you just went to 1080p, you don't want to go upgrading to the 4K, which is the best thing on the market right now.
That was what he was mandating in his initial
proposal, and he's saying that it's not that expensive, and it's not really. You can get the cameras for about $500 or $600, but that might be a low end, and then you have to replace.
Plus,
he's backing down to 1080p now, and he pulled out the piece about security guards because there's already a state law that he might be duplicating.
I'm not trying to jump the gun here, but I was going to say, from the look on your face or the tone of your voice, it doesn't sound like you're a big fan of this, but let me say this.
It feels overreachy.
From a woman who, not so recently, was very adamant in her stance that government should not tell people how to dress. I would assume that you also don't think government should tell people how to spend their money.
I know, right? So the data.
So you agree with me. So
the data does not support. I mean, we have like the emotional correlation of alcohol and crime, but the data does not fully support that to the point where we as a government should be overreaching and saying, you need to spend this money on this stuff so that we can feel better about crime when we're not doing anything on our end to help that situation. So we're requiring this of you, but what are we telling you we're going to step up and do on our end?